I'm finna jump. Tap when I speak, all cap with the speech till they caught up in the rapture. I'm so out of line with the phrase game. Let's take a break, been a long day.
Full screen because we about that live, and let's get it. Still not going. Wait. Why isn't the audio going? Yeah, okay. There you go. Gains his pulse after 900 years. His mind after 90 years. His strength after 9 years. And the world in 9 days. So they're talking about the Quincy King, who is the Quincy is just a little recap for those. They are a group of people who have powers somewhat similar to the Soul Reapers. Only difference is, and they also kill Hollows, but they exterminate Hollows. So they eliminate their souls. Essentially, they wipe out the chance for those Hollows to go to the Soul Society. When you get killed by a Quincy, you're done for. It doesn't matter. You're immediately, if you're a Hollow, you're immediately dead. They're discussing. I'm not going to talk about him too much because I want to everything to Bill because he's a really big deal. Talking about the Quincy, the king of the Quincy's, who was basically for incapacitated for 999 years, round that up to 1,000 years. So, 1,000-year blood war. You get it. Oh, and our other key bit is that how Quincy's and Soul Reapers do not like each other, like at all. This is the last 9 days of the world. My boy Ichigo Kurosaki. Yes, sir. That's the first dude. Never mind. As Gular, I'm not gonna say his name. All right. I'm gonna say these are people that he fights. Rukia Kuchiki. Okay, so real quick. Rukia Kuchiki. I'm probably not saying her last name right, but Rukia is who helped Ichigo turn into a Soul Reaper. He wasn't able to be a Soul Reaper originally. Rukia had to share her power with him, and he became a Soul Reaper. So she's a real big deal, like his best friend in the show. Renji Abare, one of my personal favorite characters. He's so dope. Renji, okay, real quick. Renji is like that. He is a day one homie. He literally says in the manga, because there's like a point where Ichigo's like, doubting himself. He doesn't know if he could do this, yada, yada, yada. Renji is like, yo, look. I think he literally hits you. He's like, yo, look, you helped me with this thing that happened. And then when that happened, I told myself, if you ever needed help, I was there. No questions asked. So get your punk ass up and let's go beat this dude. That Renji is a day one, bro. I love Renji. He's so dope. He's cold for that, bro. He really is. The Hell Butterflies, the captains. All right. So everybody you just saw that lineup, they're captains. They're captains of Soul Society. They're squad captains. Each captain has their squad and multiple different people. There's like first after the captain is like second seat, third seats. The second seat is always I believe it's always a lieutenant. So it's, oh god, I can't talk. I just love this. I love this anime so much. This dude you see right here is the captain commander. I believe his name is Yamamoto. I forget what his last name is. He's dope. He's to put it in perspective, he's an OP anime old dude. All right, like he's OP as hell. Don't. Trying to get the name. Soy Fine, okay. One of my personal crushes. Shinji. I absolutely hated this dude when he first showed up. No cap. When he first appeared, and he was meant to be hated. He was an asshat. Very prideful. He comes from like a royal bloodline in Soul Society, but he mellows out a lot. And there's so many scenes in the manga where he's giving people like cross eyes that I'm genuinely excited to see in animation. Because they're so, because like he's always got like a calm demeanor. That's who he is. But like there's so there's so many moments when you read the manga where he's looking at people like, and I am so excited to see that put into the anime. Yeah. Also, he's Rukia's brother-in-law. That's why he has the same name as her. He married her sister, who has passed. This chick, she's one of the Quincy's. He's a captain, another captain, Kipachi Zaraki. Toshio Hisugaya are showing out for the melanated. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You might not be able to tell, but he brown. He brown. He black. He us. All right. He one of me. Just want to put that out there. Love to see it. Love to see it. And even Kipachi Zaraki. Let me go back. This crazy mother sucker. This dude is disgusting. He's one of the most powerful captains, I believe. And he doesn't even he hasn't even used his bankai. And bankai is basically like I don't know exactly what it means, but essentially that's their ultimate move. That's their trump card. We've never seen his bankai. We're going to see it in the anime in this new arc, and it's mwah, I can't wait to see it. But he's disgusting. One thing about him, when he fought with Ichigo, he almost beat Ichigo. Ichigo was somehow able to get him. He has an eye patch that blocks his. It's called Ryatsu. That's basically like their version of chakra for Soul Reapers. Well, for really just this entire world. And the eye patch blocks his Ryatsu because it's so strong, it's so powerful. I think it can like kill people near him, I believe. And then when he releases it, all his power comes. Also, there is an art which basically the whole time he fights with using one arm to swing his sword. And when he was fighting this one dude, he basically chopped him in half because the dude was like unbeatable. His skin, you couldn't cut through his skin. He was able to do it by literally just putting his hand, like using two hands to chop this guy in half. I love this. I really like him too. Shinsui, he's dope. He's really cool. He gives me Kakashi energy where like he doesn't really like Kakashi Gojo like that like he's not really anybody's master yet in the anime. But he gives off this like I'm OP'd, but I don't take anything serious. And since I'm so kind of overpowered and I'm just super strong, I don't take anything seriously. So I love him for that. Yoshiro Ukitake, he's pretty cool. He you know what? I'm gonna let you watch an anime from because I'll be honest, I don't know how to describe what the I don't know how to describe it. But this dude right here is psychotic. He's a doctor, so he has a whole doctor. He's the crazy doctor trope. All right, he's nuts. I'm not gonna say anything about her. You just legit have to watch the anime because holy f, watch the anime. This guy and this guy, those two they're also captains. They came from a group. They were, I believe they were captains before. Something happened with a big bad villain in a former arc who is technically still alive. By the way, well, not technically, he is still alive. He experimented on them and gave them hollow powers, so they had to leave Soul Society. But they after things settle down, they actually come back and become captains. It's pretty cool. And those last two people we just saw, they're part of the enemy teams like Vanguard. Part of the Quincy's. And this dude, Ewok, that's the king of the Quincy's. Oh, this is just so cool looking! Ooh, I can't wait. What is this here?
ソウルソサイティを守ってくれ
I love Ichigo Kurosaki, bro. Do not do so. I'm gonna tell you the person talking, and this isn't a huge spoiler, but the person who just said please say Soul Society, that's Byakuya Kuchiki, who's asking to say Soul Society. Ichigo is just he's a goat, bro. He's a golden anime character. Everybody's like he didn't earn his powers, whatever, whatever. The coolest thing to me about Ichigo is the fact that yes, he has these powers already, but he doesn't know about them and he hasn't mastered them. So when he learns about himself. The journey of Bleach is not necessarily Ichigo, like it's not like Goku finding new forms, getting stronger. Ichigo obviously is getting these new forms, but the cool part about it is he's learning more and more about himself. Because I feel like my interpretation of Ichigo is that he's like afraid of using his powers. Like there's part of his powers that he knows he has, but he chooses not to use them because he's afraid. There's another part of himself where he just doesn't know about them at all. So he's learning more about himself, more about his history, more about what he can do. And I think that is the coolest part of Ichigo Kurosaki is that he's learning about his powers, and I think that's why he's such a dope anime character. Because when he reaches that point of like what is genuinely self actualization, the point of like knowing himself and realizing who he is, everybody sees it. Like people commenting on it, like they're like, "You're more mature than you were 108 chapters ago." It's so it's so dope, and it's crazy because Ichigo is a substitute Soul Reaper. He's not a legitimate Soul Reaper because all of the Soul Reapers aside from him are I believe they're technically all dead. Ichigo is the only like living, like he's not dead, like because I believe you have to die to go to Soul Society now, and then I think you can die as a Soul Reaper and then you're dead. But he's not dead, and so he's a substitute Soul Reaper. He doesn't have like an official thing, but everybody in Soul Society knows who he is. They like, so there's a point where he's like racing to Soul Society to help them, and they say on the comms, everybody, it's okay. Ichigo Kurosaki is coming, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, Ichigo's here. We're gonna win. Oh my gosh, Ichigo's coming. We're so gonna win. We're okay now." It's so dope because when he first comes to Soul Society, everybody's trying to like kill him because he's an intruder and nobody knows he is. But he's done so much for them that they're like, they're part of everybody's a part of the Ichigo fan club. Like everybody gets excited. So I love Ichigo. I love Bleach. I'm 1000% looking forward to this coming out. This is gonna be fire. It just is. It's gonna be so effing good, man. Okay, so that's Bleach coming out later this year. I think it's in October, right? October 2020. I'm so excited, man. I don't think y'all understand, bro. I'm so excited for this. It's gonna be so good. So we have that Bleach coming out 2022. The next one we're gonna look at is a series called Solo Leveling. And so, this is based off of a manhwa, which I believe is just a Korean manga. There, while typical mangas are read like right to left, manhwas are read like you scroll up, like scroll down, or really scroll down or up or whatever. Like you're reading something off of Wikipedia on your phone. The way you scroll up with that, that's how you would read a manhwa. Manhwas are cool in my opinion because I'm playing the music. Manhwas are cool because they're usually not animated, but they're there's art that goes with them, right? So mangas are usually black and white. They're colored. They have colors, like me, colored. Okay, it's a joke. Twitch, don't ban me. Manhwas are usually colored, come in color page like a comic book, or I guess more like a graphic novel. The art is usually super beautiful. The stories to me are always interesting, and this to me is one of the best manhwas out there. It's already complete, so you can read it. You can honestly read it before the anime comes out. I personally recommend that. I think it's a great story. The main character, his name is Sung Jin Woo. one of the dopest characters ever. Character development out is crazy. I just he just becomes so goaded and so strong, but it's not done in a way that makes you uninterested because you're like, oh, okay, he's fighting this person, he's gonna win. It's not like that. Does he win often? Yes, but you become so interested in him, and I think there's like a cool factor. Plus, I just like his personality, where he's not like trying to. He's not trying to just like become strong so he can make a lot of money. So let me give you a little gist on the world that he's in. The world that he is in, these things called gates have been opening across the world, and these gates are basically gateways to another world where there are monsters, kind of like like a Dungeons and Dragons type of feel if that came to life. So the issue happened that they're having is that people are becoming powerful. Like the gates are basically transmitting magic to the real world, and people are becoming hunters, which are just basic people who are able to use magic and fighting abilities to fight these monsters. The other issue is that if the gates remain open for too long, meaning that in the way that you close the gate is you have to go in there and kill the boss monster. So if a gate remains open for too long, the issue is that the gates open or they break. It's called a gate break. And when the gate break happens, the monsters are able to come into our world. So originally typically when the gates usually open, there's a certain amount of time before the monsters can come into our world. You'll read in the manual that there have been situations where like there are gates that have been open for a long time. People didn't notice them. By the time they did notice them, the monsters are coming out and they're wreaking havoc. I love this because one thing I love about the manual is there's no like people are always getting saved just in the nick of time type stuff. Like people legit are getting bodied. Like people are dying. I don't want to say I love people dying, but I like that part where it's not like a fairy tale deal. No offense to Fairy Tail, it's a good anime in my opinion. I like Fairy Tail, but it's not like, you know, the power of friendship is gonna save them. It's not like there's not really any risk. To me, Fairy Tail really wasn't a lot of risk in Fairy Tail. So I like it because of that, and because of that kind of raises the stakes. That's a little bit. So that's like a gate. That's a gate that just popped up. That blue thing. Oh. So all of these are panels from the manhwa that they're showing you just right now. Oh my gosh. Major character to me. That's Boothang. That's another old man character. Gosh. The worldwide phenomenon, because it is. Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna tell you about that. So dope. Who is doing it? A1 Pictures? Okay. I can remember who was doing the animation. This honestly is great music too. I hope this is like kind of an indication of the music that they're gonna do for the anime, because it oh gosh. I'm so excited. $2023. Oh my gosh. His brand dagger. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be so good, guys.
I don't know if I'm okay. I don't see the light of day. Looking up to higher ground, thinking that'll be your sweet escape. These days, gotta schedule the romance. They say that love is a slow dance. A short bike ride to the crib, using no hands, so did it feel like I'm floating? But I'm falling.